Tanya Lawson, what's up? How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I know you're based out of New York, so how's the whole quarantine situation for you?
Um, it was cool in a sense of at least with New York where everything going on, we got a chance to unwind.
Mm-hmm.
Because like New York is like everything is the hustle. Everything is the hustle. You rush to work, you rush back home. I think this is the first time in all my life I've ever seen New York calm. It was calm. It's not a lot of people on the street. There was still people on the road, but there wasn't a lot of people on the street. The trains shut down
Mm.
from 1 a.m. to 4 a.m. I've never heard of that.
Yeah.
Just was very calm. Now things are starting to pick back up, but not fully pick back up, but slowly pick back up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm starting to see movement, but it's cool. It's cool. Despite all, I think I kind of liked it. I'm sad about why we had to do it, but I enjoyed the little timeout from society type thing. The rush. I enjoyed it.
So are you one of the people that now that everything's open up, are you like now going out or you're still like quarantined?
I'm ashamed to say this. All right. I halfway quarantine. Okay, yeah, I'm one of those people. People were looking at saying, "What's wrong with New Yorkers?" Because I still went out, went jogging, went to the supermarket, and came home. I still
Mm-hmm.
was doing certain things. I wasn't like home for like 2 weeks or 3 weeks straight, like how some people were. I wasn't like that.
Mm-hmm.
Quarantining for me just meant I didn't leave my borough. I live in Queens. I didn't leave the borough for that whole time. I left my borough. I left the borough, I would say Saturday. It was the first time I left Queens since March 15th.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah, I'm doing the same. Like, if I go out, like it's just a run or exercise. I don't go to the gym, go to the grocery shopping. But yeah, besides that, I'm not really going out socializing to the bars or restaurants or anything like that. It's tempting, but I myself am taking it pretty seriously.
Oh, wait. So y'all had your restaurants and your bars were open?
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
over here.
not ours. I don't think they trust us. Nope. There's like, nope.
New
Call.
Yorkers, no, no.
It's like, call. We'll come to you.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
so you're here on behalf of AudioMack. Do you want to
Yes.
explain what that is for our listeners?
Sure. AudioMack is a DSP, a digital streaming platform based out of New York. We're just like Tidal, Spotify, Pandora, same thing. The only difference is that it's not a full base streaming platform, meaning you're not gonna go on AudioMack and find the best of Bob Marley or
Mm-hmm.
the best of Bob Dylan or whatever the case may be, or all of Mary J. Blige's or Lil Wayne albums. You won't find back catalogs. We deal with more newer and current stuff. I would say newer as far as like since how long we've been in the game. I would say, but you'll find something from like 5, 6, or 7 years ago, but you won't find something from 17 years ago based on the site.
You mentioned that there's a little difference. Are there other like big differences that people will notice between AudioMack and other streaming platforms?
Yeah, a couple. I would say one. We focus a lot on independent artists.
Mm-hmm.
We will say that we some people would beg to differ, but you won't find, you're not going to be competing. I love Drake and I love all those artists. Drake,
Yeah.
2 Chainz, all of them. You won't be competing with those type of artists. We give all artists the same love. If you are Jack Slave from blah blah blah, and we love
Mm-hmm.
your music, we're trending it.
Mm-hmm.
If you're married from Baltimore, we love your music, we trending it. So we're like very much geared towards that independent artist who's trying to break in through the streaming platform. So we give everybody a fair share. We give everybody a fair share. And also you upload your own content. Not all the times, because now we got other stuff in the works
Mm-hmm.
where there's certain people that's feeding it to our page. But you, for the most part, if you're a new artist and you probably don't have a distribution deal, you can
Mm-hmm.
upload your content directly through AudioMack and get it monetized.
And speaking of that, I also saw that AudioMack helps post music on YouTube as well. Do you want to share how that works?
When we say post music on YouTube, we have our own YouTube account. That's really just
Oh.
because of we have a YouTube account where we do content as well. Where
Mm-hmm.
we do like specialized content, like we have something called Fine Tune, Trap Symphony, prank thing we do. We got Doink. So we do content, like other than the part, of course, we deal with audio. That's what's called AudioMack.
Yeah.
We also do specialized content to help break new artists. So we'll have something called bubbling, which is like that one is geared more towards social media. And then eventually you'll find it on our Facebook and our YouTube. But we basically, like I was telling somebody, we don't compete with any of them.
Mm-hmm.
We're something, it's good to have that little thing extra. To me, I consider this that extra thing.
Yeah.
That extra DSP that you'll use because you know that you could not pick up the phone, but text someone and say, hey, can you guys give my music a listen?
Mm-hmm.
You actually get the music listened to. We trend it, and we utilize social media a lot too as well.
Okay.
For us, yeah.
Well, something that I really saw that's really interesting that AudioMack is doing that I haven't really seen other platforms doing, especially now with this movement that's going on right now, is that they're doing a Say It Out Loud Black Music Month initiative. So what is that exactly?
Well, basically what it is that other than Caribbean Heritage Month, this is Black Music Month.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I don't want to get the president wrong. I think Jimmy Carter, who actually made it a month for all the Black music, Black Music Month, like the Aretha's and all that other stuff. So for us, we're back basically paying homage. Like, we know this is Black Music Month.
Yeah.
And a lot of our listeners are like the Generation Z, where they're like between the age of 13 to 24. Why is this Black Music Month? We want to, like, what we do on the back end, we recognize the new music, but if you look at our socials, we try to educate our guys at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Like, hey, this is the time when this came out. This is the time when that came out. You're familiar with that sample, but this is where that sample came from. So we do it for hip hop. We did it for reggae. We did it for, I think, for Latin and something else, if I'm not mistaken. But it's just exploring and letting people know, like, oh, this is Black Music Month. This is where it comes from. So, just paying homage. That's really what we did, paid homage. And, so far, so good. It's been doing good. The numbers has been streaming pretty decent.
Yeah, that's cool. And so there's one thing that a lot of people really don't know how it works when it comes to streaming is the per stream rate. So I read that AudioMack has a competitive per stream rate for artists. So how's that so?
I think what somebody was asking me, it's not competitive, meaning no, every streaming company is different. We're fairly new, so our backatives and stuff like that may be different compared to what other people may be used to, but you're still getting decent. I would say we're almost on the level of don't quote me for this. I would say we're like decent, like with a Pandora or maybe a YouTube, because we're under a penny. I do know that we're under a penny.
Mm-hmm.
But the exact numbers I couldn't tell you because it varies. It varies depending on the time of the year. So during the time, because we did it with like an advertisement pool, like it's like a pool. So let's say during the time of Christmas, because there's more people advertising and doing different things, the rate may be greater versus probably around the summer. A lot of people are not using the internet. The rate may be a little bit lower. So, but you still do get money from your streams on the platform.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, and that's something I think a lot of local artists or new artists is something that they will be interested in.
Mm-hmm.
Well, in a previous interview, I've heard you mention before that AudioMack is pretty personal with the artists that use their platform. Do you want to touch on that a bit?
Yeah. So like I mentioned earlier, because we actually, in the beginning, contacting management or whatever the case may be, we actually have to have them upload the music sometimes themselves. So since they got to do that, that's why you build that personal relationship. Because whereas in the average DSP, you don't have to contact the management. It goes through the feed.
Mm-hmm.
So the label may give you the feed or someone may give you the feed. In this case, with us, we actually contact them. Hey, we saw this new song you got up. Please don't forget to upload.
Yeah.
But now that we're starting to, we're growing because got certain deals like with Warner. I think they give us some stuff, like little things here and there we do with certain labels. And we still make sure though we have a personal relationship with the artists. Like with VP Records, even though VP Records does give us music, we still try to make sure we call the label and be like, hey, can this artist do this, or is this artist available to do that? Okay, put us on the phone with management. We try to become, we don't want to treat it like it's business, but with a lot of these artists, if they realize you have a personal interest in their career, you get more from them.
Yeah.
You get more from them. We don't want to make it look like we're using you, give us your music and that's it. Nah.
Yeah.
You'll have a couple of artists, you see a special thing in them and you're like, all right, you're brand new, but I want to figure out and see what we could do for you to nurture you, to get this going, to put you in other than put you on our platform, to utilize the features we have on our platform so you can see how much support we'll give you. That's what we try to do. We try to support like any of these artists that come to us. We try our best to support them.
No, that's awesome. Well, I want to talk about your awesome position, and sounds like my dream position, being big on music myself. You're actually the director of reggae and Afro beats with AudioMack. Do you mind explaining that role a bit?
Okay, sure. Came on board AudioMack like 5 years ago. 5 years ago, April, May 5. When I first came on board, really basically to do more of the reggae, just to help with building the platform on that level. Because prior to that, I used to work at VP Records. So when they pulled me on board, I was basically doing that. And from doing that, you still go out and started hearing the buzz about Afro beats. Yeah. So because of that, I just took the initiative. And I tell people, I'm not going to lie to you and said, oh, I know, tremendous stuff about Afrobeats. Nah, I just took the initiative and just start positioning Afrobeats with help from other people who's already in the game, who was like, has their foot in it, between this guy named Manny, Bizzle, this young lady now who works with us, Olive, like just got help from these people and just treated it like just like how we treat reggae. I treated it the same way, same structure, same everything, and kind of pretty much it's big right now. So now I'm trying to utilize the same formula, go deeper more into the Caribbean music and try to blow up the Caribbean music. But yeah, it was first originally for Caribbean, and then with me just diving in with Afro beats, taking the initiative, that's why they basically gave me 2 roles. But primarily now, I let people know that I have more of my concentration. Still don't abandon Afrobeats, Africa, I should say, because there's people now in place for that. But a lot of my concentration is going to really be more on the Caribbean to bring that whole vibe out, not just Jamaica, but just the whole Caribbean out. Yeah. Trinidad, Grenada, Haiti. That's really what my objective is going to be within the next couple of months. So push the whole thing. So yeah, that's my position.
Yeah, Caribbean music is awesome. I love Caribbean music. Do you have any Caribbean artists that you favor a lot?
I go through moments. I go through moments where I would listen to this person more than that person, and so I don't want to. I go through my moments. One point I was just listening. I like Cranium. I'm listening to Cranium. Yeah. Then I went through my moment where I was just listening to Governor. And then now I'm at my moment right now where I listen to a lot of the kids, Cash, Jody Couture. I'm listening now to the Trinidad artists, Prince Swanee, Plumpy Boss. Like I switch it up where I'm like, all right, I love this, but let me see what this is. And I don't have right now. I don't have currently. I do have my favorites, of course. Like I'm a huge Cartel fan. Like huge Cartel fan, and huge Movado fan. But those are like, that's on a different note. I love that. Bounty and Beanie, like I love that. But now, like Buju coming out, I love that. Yeah. John Mill, the new that kid, he's killing it right now for me. So I can't say I have one favorite, but I still have the people who's like, they're not going nowhere. They're set in stone. But then I have the new ones I'm giving a listen to, and I'm like, okay, I could vibe with this. He did good songs, and he's getting me there. Like I can't say one yet. That's almost getting me there, because I keep flip flopping. One would do a song that I may not too like, and I end up going to the other one.
Yeah.
So it's just I like where the music is going right now for the Caribbean. I like it. I love it. I love that there's dancehall coming from the islands, from Barbados, from Trinidad, from Guyana. I love it. I love the new wave coming out, and I want to show it to the world. I want the whole world to see that wave that's coming out. That's really idealistically, I would love the world to just see that out of the Caribbean. It's just not one thing. It's not one style. It's different things. You got the soca, you got the dancehall, you got the reggae, of course. You got the roots. I love the new roots people, the new roots crew that's coming out. I love it. I love the energy right now. I feel good about it. I'm not gonna lie to you. I feel good about it. And I think if everyone gets the proper exposure, I'm not saying everyone will win, but if everyone get the proper exposure and they just do, I think people would look at it like, oh man, because it's everyone for everything. Some people may be into this, but you gotta, show the world it though. Some people may be into that. Some people may be into this, maybe that. It's just giving them the opportunity. And I look at AudioMack as just one of those platforms that's giving these artists the opportunity to expose that.
I can see why you're in your position. You know a lot of your stuff. You're naming artists that I don't even, some I don't even know. And I would like to consider myself a big fan of Caribbean music. And I listen to a wide range of even like old school stuff. And I'm big on, I don't know if you've heard of Calypso Rose. I've been,
of course.
Yeah, in Cuba. But
of course.
Yeah, like I listen to a range of everything.
Of course. When the last time when I was in Trinidad, I got a chance. I didn't get this chance to see. I was like, damn. Nyla Blackman people I went to Trinidad, go and check them. And I think during the time I was there, they was telling me people from her camp let me know Calypso Rose was going to be in the island. I'm like, damn, because the day I was leaving is the day she was coming in. But I know of her. My parents know that. I know of her. So I'm very open to music. That's one thing I am. I'm very open to music. So I love it. And it's just the sounds. It's the sound. With me, it's the sounds.
Yeah.
Like hearing the different, like how one person could do something and switch it in their way. That's what I like. Like, okay, let me see how this person could do it. All right. Yeah. I love it. I love all genres of music. But it's just, I don't want to live in the past too much. So I try my best to see whatever I could do to support the future. Because if the future is not pushed, that means the whole genre gets stagnant. And people don't see that there's a new wave and they are killing it, and they are capable of doing the numbers like a lot of these other artists. If they're given the opportunity, they'll do it.
Well, I mean, at least for me, like one thing that I really like about Caribbean music is it makes me feel like I'm in the Caribbean. Like being from South Florida, like it has that tropical island vibe in some parts. But I mean, I've traveled around, especially in the Caribbean, and nothing's better than feeling like you're on the beach, it's on a tropical island, and you're on vacation, even though you're probably not. But yeah, that's what I like.
That's funny. It's true. What you're saying is really true. It's true. The music feels good. And even now, everything that's going on, like I was telling someone, I love that the music, that flavor, because it's going to make me feel good back again. It's going to make me feel, and that's what we want to do. We want to feel good back again.
Yeah.
We want to just keep being depressed and all this is going on. Yeah, it's going to take time to change. Believe me, it's going to take time to change eventually. But in the meantime, we want to know we feel good. And I look at that and like, yo, let's feel good. Let's feel good again. Yeah, let's talk. Of course, you're going to hear certain things you can't change, but let's feel good back again. Let's get back in that groove. Let's not let too much of this oppress us. You know what I mean? But let's feel good. And the music, oh man, I feel like when the music hits, you feel no pain. That's what I like. Yeah.
Well, and going through the AudioMack app, I noticed that there's a playlist labeled as staff picks. Can we find any of your picks on that?
You know playlist? What? And I'm ashamed. I am ashamed of that one. No. So here's my problem, right? So because with reggae music, we're almost like at a stage where hopefully soon we should have like the soca catalogs on it, a lot of the reggae back catalogs on it, a lot of the stuff I like may not be on the platform right now. We're currently in the stages where we're getting everything ingested into the system because we can't have before we allowed fans to upload music before when we didn't have artists and they were sharing it. Now we're cutting that out. We're cutting it out, and we want to just start supporting our artists 100%. So with that being said, there's certain songs I may want to put on my playlist that's not from an official artist account. So I just back off, and I'm it's crazy because I got my playlist already on the back end waiting. So there's certain artists I'm waiting. As soon as they go through, I'm like, ooh, swap, put the artist one in, put the real artist song in, put the real artist song in. Nah, but that's a big thing for us at the job. Now that you said that, I think I'm gonna have to make mine go live. I'm gonna take out the unofficial ones and just make mine go live.
You gotta.
You gonna make mine go live. Yeah, I may do that.
No, I'm always interested in other people's playlists and what they got on there.
Oh man, mine will surprise you because it changes a lot. Because there's some moments I'm into a 2009 vibe, and then there's some moments I'm into what happened last week. There's some moments I want to tell a story through my playlist. There's some moments I randomly just pick stuff depending on my mood. So it's yeah. Now I'm gonna do it. Now that you said that, I'm gonna do it. I'm big on that. You could tell a person by their ear or the type of person they are about what they listen to. That is true.
Oh yeah, definitely, and their playlist. And I'll say this: it has to be a playlist that's not like popular songs, just like a random hit songs. Like if it's like songs from, I don't want to say not like local artists, but just not like household names. You're like, okay, this person knows their stuff about music. If it's if it's a playlist like just all household names, then yeah, that's not telling someone's personality.
It doesn't tell you anything.
Yeah, just
you're right.
picking big names. Yeah,
you're right. No, I'm picky. I'm very picky. Yeah. That's why I'm gonna be honest. That's why mine's not. There's certain songs that I want, and it's not the official. So I was like, nope, I'm not gonna do it. So I don't want to get my playlist flagged, and I work there. I work there, and they're gonna be like, why you have this song up here?
Yeah.
So yeah, my songs is crazy because the first one, and I can still do it without having those songs, but it's a reason, it's a moment why I pick those particular songs. There's a moment, there's a reason. That particular, since we did that, that mood, that playlist I got in my thing hasn't changed yet. And I think it hasn't changed because I didn't put it out. And I think once I put it out, I probably end up updating it on a regular.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So are there a couple of songs that you can share right now that are currently in your playlist that you're listening to?
So it's an old song. It's a Jack Cure song, right? And it's crazy. I was telling a friend of mine, I don't know why. I'm gonna just share this one because, and I'm just waiting for the label to put it up. And it's Jack Cure single "My Life," his song called "My Life." And everybody who I tell, they like, what? You really serious? You holding it off for that song? I'm like, yep, holding it for that song. Because I think a lot of people, after he did that song, Prison Wars, I think people ignored it and everybody was expecting it. Call on Me, like people was expecting something bigger than that. And he had a couple of B-side or C-side songs and didn't even realize it. People didn't know. They was expecting, you know what I mean? Like that song, "My Life," good song. Yeah. That's one song I'm like, oh my God, I need that song. Once I get that song on it, then the other songs you're gonna throw on. And then I mean this one is old, but because it's random, is what's his name? It's Repeat, but he's in jail right now. I don't know if you know that my clothes are for repeat because me paper. I'm gonna tell you right now. I like certain, like I said, certain things like stand out to me for a reason.
I'm a big melody person, so they could say anything. The lyrics could say anything. Yeah, it could be some lame stuff, but as long as the beat's good, I'll jam out with it. I'll cruise it. I'll put my windows down. I'll play the music out loud for everyone to hear. I'm that guy that will play their music out loud for it.
You will?
Yeah. I've seen someone else do it, and they played some, like, I don't know, some lame song, and don't like to think I'm that guy. I like to play like good music so other
Mm-hmm.
people can hear, so I can share, share that love. But I don't know. Like I'm big on music, obviously. I can tell you are. I mean, being in the position you are. But yeah, I
It's
mean,
crazy, and you know what's crazy? Because some people, I don't even consider myself a big. I think I love music enough that I constantly research it,
hmm
constantly.
yeah,
Like at night, and it's crazy. I'm digging. I dig. Like, oh, what's this? Who's that?
yeah.
Okay, let me see. I dig so much that one time I think somebody said something to me and I was offended. It was like, I'll put you on to that. I was like, no, if you put me onto the music, I'll tell you. But I
hmm
dig so much. Sometimes people may not know I know a song because I may not say it, but I keep it to the side. Like I keep a
hmm
little note on my phone, like, oh, this song,
Oh
remember.
yeah,
Yeah, you're gonna remember. You're gonna need that song one day, or this song. Keep that in mind. So I'm very big. I'm very big on that.
yeah, yeah.
Um, but I love, yeah.
So for me, I actually will like when I go through albums and stuff like that. If I hear like a song that I really like, I'll take a screenshot of it and like go back to it later on. But yeah, I'll go through a lot of albums and like research through artists and maybe go find similar artists and I'll just download all their albums and just like go through them.
Oh, you will?
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm big. I guess I'm big on music like that. I just
Who's
so
the artist you like now? What's your
Someone that I really have on repeat is Chronix. I don't know if
Okay, of course. You like his new song? His new song right now?
what's it, Same Prayer, I think that
Yep,
came out.
yep,
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's a
yep,
great everything that
yep.
he comes out. But my favorite song is I Can, and I listen to that probably almost every day. But yeah, talk about melody. But yeah, that's a great song.
You like that one? I Can from him?
Yeah, yeah,
That's interesting.
yeah.
That's interesting. Mine's is even though it's a I grew up in a place called De La Vega.
Spanish Town.
Yep, I'm a huge fan of that song.
Oh
Like to
yeah.
me, and even though it's but I like that. I love warm, like that. That sound warm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's very warm. Yeah,
Yeah.
but I think he got it. He got it. I like Kabaka Pyramid, of course. I like
Mhm.
Yard. Hit Black Hero. A lot of these guys who's coming out though, I'm not gonna lie to you, the new generation, like yeah, they got something.
Yeah.
Like Delicious Vinyl's been like they on AudioMack and they've been submitting stuff to us. They got some music coming out with with a lot of young artists that I'm honestly feeling.
Mhm.
Like they got a new wave coming out, and my ear is to it, and I'm like, all right, we could position this very well. They got some stuff coming out.
Yeah.
I'm gonna lie, they got some interesting stuff.
Yeah, and I mean that's your job is just to push that stuff to promote
Mm-hmm.
it too. So yeah, that's
Mm-hmm.
awesome.
Everything is positioning because sometimes you don't want to make it look like to people you driving it down, you jamming it down their throat.
Yeah.
So you gotta like slowly,
Oh
like,
yeah.
yo, did you guys hear this? All right, let's put it in front of you.
Yeah.
Let's hear this. But
So being familiar with AudioMack, what's your favorite thing about using the app for AudioMack?
favorite thing is the trending.
Mm-hmm.
Because with the trending, let's say even if because the way it's broken down by genres,
Mm-hmm.
where you have the hip hop, Afro beats, reggae, podcast, Latin, and all. I like that because other than the fact that yeah, it's separated, it's all together. So you could be an artist like if we love the music, you could be an artist that's considered in the Caribbean genre,
Mm-hmm.
and you'll have the opportunity to be in a front page with who people consider like the hottest new guys in hip hop.
Yeah.
That's the feature personally I like about AudioMack.
Mm.
Personally, that's one of my best features because that feature right there, like a lot of artists have screenshotted to me like, oh my gosh, this made my day. I like that feeling with them knowing that they have that opportunity to get that type of exposure. A lot of them don't think they'll get that. They could get that exposure. So it's dope. That part to me personally for AudioMack is good. That part, and then second for me is something new they have called milestones,
Mm-hmm.
where they give like trophies. No, it's not called. milestones, which probably called trophies. I'm getting it all. It
Yeah.
means I don't pay attention, but I know it's called, I think it's trophies. But what they do is that they give you a trophy for your milestones. So if you got 1,000 plays, we're still congratulating you.
Nice.
10,000 plays. I just got a text this morning from an artist who was like, "Oh, Sweat, I didn't even know I hit 10,000." I like that. I like those type of I like that. We're praising them for their accolades.
Yeah.
And it makes them feel like, yo, we're just not neglecting them. So I would say right now, those are my two best features: the trending and the accolades. Like, I love that. Like, when they started it, when they was mentioning it in the meeting, I was like, all right, let me see how this is gonna play. When I seen how it played out, it made me feel good about it. I was like, yeah, I love this. Artists, they love it. And then other little things we do when we, to me, the social media is the norm. Like certain things is the norm, but those two, the trending and the trophies, that's my two favorite things on the app for now. Those are my two favorites.
Those trophies things sounds like a good idea. Like, it really would boost your ego, boost yourself. Yeah.
I didn't realize how important it was until you get somebody texting you early in the morning like, "Yo, is this real?" I'm like, yeah, it's real. They're like, "Nah, this feel good." I'm like, "Oh, Sweat. Yeah, this." It makes you, know your work is not in vain.
Yeah.
This is their body of art.
Yeah.
And I like the two favorite ones.
Well, Tanya, we're at a recurring segment in this podcast called Words of Wisdom. So this question is, share with us a quote that you live by and tell us why.
Do unto others if you like others to do unto you. Even though it sounds it's redundant and it's stupid, but some people think it's like, oh, I heard that when I was a kid. It's because what you wouldn't like done to you, I've learned this over and over again, especially I get it. We're in business, we're in this, whether it's business or personal, what you don't like done to you, I'm learning you cannot do it to another person because it does not feel good. If you step on someone's foot and they come right back around to do it to you, you may holler the same way. So I try my best. I'm not saying I'm great at it. That's something I try my best a lot of times to put myself in that person's shoe and say, okay, I can't do that. Even if it's something, I'm horrible with returning calls. I tell people who know me know I'm horrible. I'll tell you, I'm about to call you right back and I forget. I try my best to put myself in their shoes. Like, how would I feel if somebody said they was going to call me and they ain't call me back until 2 days later? That don't feel good. I try my best not to make anyone feel ill. Like I don't like that. We're all human and I understand it, but I have to realize that I'm not greater than anyone and no one is greater than me because you never, any of us don't know when one day the tables will turn.
Yeah.
And you'll say, man, that's what I was doing to people. Yeah. No, it don't feel right. So I'm very big on doing to others as you like others to do to you, because that could flip into so many different parables or different sayings or words and wisdom. Because if you're not fair to people, it's not going to be fair to you. Even when somebody's not fair to you, it's not good for you to just be like, oh, they did that, let me kick them back. Nah, just leave them. Just leave them. Let the universe take care of them, Because maybe one day you may kick somebody by accident. Do you want the person to kick you back?
Yeah.
So I'm very big. That right there. There's others I go by, but that one is number one for me. Is doing to others as you like others to doing to you.
Thank you for that. And yeah, that's true. Like, if there's someone that's, did you wrong, don't do them wrong back. Like,
just
go ignore them if you can. But yeah, you're.
You know what? We all I believe we're all souls having human beings experience. And that's my way. We're all souls, spirits having human beings experience. Some of us have been here before. Some of us, this is our first go around. Some of us don't know what we're doing and we're learning as we're going along. Some of us, we probably been here 500 years and we just on body number 10 or whatever the case may be. But I believe that, and try your best to be fair to people. It's hard, but you have to do unto others if you like others to do unto you. You have to. You have to. And it's, you know what I mean? It's that. And another thing, that's my number one words of wisdom, but it's something my mother used to always say to me. If you listen to the noise of the market, you never buy a thing. She's always like, close your ears and do what you got to do.
Yeah.
But ignore people. Like, they did something to you. Like, let the universe, take care of them. Let it take care of them, and just you keep moving. because life is not fair, but it doesn't mean you have to add something on top of it.
Yeah.
You know, oh, that person don't like me. Leave them.
Yeah.
Somebody's going to do it back to them. You just don't want to
Yeah.
be the receiver to do it, because you reap what you sow at the end of the day.
Yeah.
That's why I said that parable ends up going, that words of wisdom ends up going into so many different things. But I think number one is doing to others if you like others doing to you, man. And I stick to that part.
Yeah.
What about you?
I mean, there's a lot, but I'll just add, something that you mentioned is my dad had told me that the best revenge is success. So if someone does you wrong, or obviously leave it be, but I mean, if you really want, get back, be successful. Prove that they're wrong or what they did to you doesn't bother you. It's gonna they're probably gonna hate it more, the fact that you didn't show it that you got bothered by what they did. And
Yep.
yeah.
See, yeah. So we all kind of have the same thing in mind. We all kind of have the same. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, that's true. I like that.
Yeah. So Tanya, before we wrap up, is there anything you want to share with our listeners?
I would say, of course, number one, check out the app. Check out AudioMack. It's pretty dope. And if you're a new artist, I would say just make sure you spread your music across everything. Get involved with all DSPs. I'll say that. I'm not, of course, I'm here and I'm waving that orange flag, that AudioMack flag, orange, black, white, like that AudioMack flag. But telling you, one thing is just stay in the loop and make sure all your music is available on all DSPs. But hit up AudioMack. If you think you're dope and you want a little bit of exposure, hit us up. Hit us up. It's Carib trending. Okay. Carib with 2 B's, trending at audiomack.com. Always hit it up. I have this song. I think this song is good. You'll get a response. If it's not good, they'll be like, okay, cool. Just keep us in the loop. You ain't gonna get no, it's trash. You're just gonna get keep us in the loop. But just log into AudioMack and see what we got in store. We have a lot of new things coming in store that I think a lot of new up and coming artists will be able to utilize. So check us out. Even you see this podcast? Yeah. You can make it available on AudioMack.
Yeah. I saw that. Yeah.
We're growing, man. We're growing. It wasn't a feature before, but now a lot of podcasters are hitting us up, and we're growing.
No, I'll definitely do that. I try to get this podcast on all the platforms that are available. But yeah, I did see that AudioMack also does podcasts. So yeah, I'll definitely look into that. Please do. Yeah.
And of course, hit me up and
oh yeah,
I'll make sure it gets done.
You got to put it on your playlist though. That's the thing.
I got you. I got you. I do it for a day or two. I got you. That'll be the first thing I do. They'd be like, what? This girl's really doing this? Nah, yeah. No problems. I got you, sir.
Well, Tanya, thank you for doing this. And, it's a pleasure to, just talk to you and talk about music and just talk about AudioMack. And I know a lot of the listeners for this podcast actually are musicians themselves. Okay. So, yeah, this is definitely something that I know they'll be interested in using on this platform. But, yeah, I appreciate, you and AudioMack for, joining me on this Irie Chat to talk a little bit about you and AudioMack and how it can help.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I appreciate you for having me. And this is my first time doing the podcast. So. Yeah. Forgive me, guys, if I'm fumbling on words and stuff like that. I'm not used to it. I'm not gonna lie to you. So this year has been new for me. This is my first podcast. I did my first conference back in February. So I'm doing a lot of news. So forgive me if I sound muffled or I didn't know what I was talking about. Believe me, I kind of do know what I'm talking about, but just I'm not used to doing things like this. And I appreciate you for having the patience with me and walking me through this. Appreciate
it's all good. But yeah, Tanya, thank you so much for joining us and best of luck on everything.
Okay, cool. No problem. Thank you so much.